doing great. I am introducing a new lesson. It's called moles, and this is your first handout, moles and particles. So, 1 mole, I'm going to introduce this vocabulary word. 1 mole is equal to 6.02 times 10 to the power 23. What? It could be atoms, it could be molecules, it could be ions, it could be formula units, or anything. These words you will find in the questions. Anytime you see these words, they all represent particles. Okay, so now I'm going to introduce the reference sheet quickly. You have three different words: mass, which is measured in grams, particles, and the volume, which is measured in liters. And in the middle of it, it's moles. And on the right hand side, you have the same three words again: mass, particles, and volumes. The way to work on this roadmap is you travel only one way, from left to right. Okay, when you go from left to right, in the middle you divide, and from when you have reached moles, from the middle to the right, you are going to multiply. On the bottom of this page I have some handwritten notes. 1 mole, this number, I already told you, it's 6.02 times 10 to the power 23. It is also known as Avogadro's number. There is another letter in here, STP, which I will talk about later when we get to volume. But for now, let me just show you how to do the questions in the handout. So you have a question: how many iron atoms are in 3 moles of iron? So we have to identify on the roadmap what is our, because it's a roadmap, so you're traveling. Your starting point is what's given. That's your starting point, 3 moles. So, and what they're asking is atoms. That's your destination. Whatever the question is, that's where you have to reach. So let's find where our moles on the roadmap. It's in the middle, it's right here. So this is our starting point. So remember, we cannot go backwards, we have to go forward. So we have to only go in the right direction. That means we are going to multiply. But where are we going to? Mass, are we going to particles, or are we going to volume? So it says atoms. And I told you right here in our notes, atoms represent particles. Any of these words you see, that represents particles. So because we are looking for atoms, we are going in the direction of particles. So from moles to particles, the roadmap is telling us to multiply from left to right. We are multiplying here. So the given value, which is 3 moles, right here, 3 moles multiplied by the constant 6.02 times 10 to the power 23. That's the number you are going to multiply with. And whatever you get, that would be the answer. Remember to have the answer in here as exponents. You might get something like this: 1.8 times 10 to the power 24. The calculator would say E24. E means exponent. So you can write E, or you can write in this format. Either way is fine. Avoid writing any decimals more than 2 places. So I don't have a calculator in front of me, so I'm just giving you an approximate value over here. So it will be 1.8 something. Make sure you have up to 2 decimal places. So question number 1 is a multiply question. I have 20 questions here. Some questions you will multiply with this constant, the other questions you will divide by this constant. Which is a constant? This value is a constant. 6.02 times 10 to the power 23, also known as Avogadro's number. So right here in the roadmap, that's what it's reading: Avogadro's number, 6.02 times 10 to the power 23. Anytime it says atoms, molecules, ions, how many atoms? Again, it's a multiply question because they gave us moles. So your starting point is right here, 0.25. You're here, and you're going towards particles. So you're going to multiply by Avogadro's number. Question number 3, you're going to multiply 4.15 by 6.02 times 10 to the power 23. Question number 4, sorry, question number 4, how many moles? Now it's reversed. How many moles? So moles is your destination. And they gave us atoms, these many atoms. So this is our starting point. So atoms are particles, as we have discussed before. So particles are right here, and we are going towards moles because moles is our destination right here. Moles is our destination. We can only travel from left to right, remember. So we are here, particles, because we cannot travel in this direction. So I'm not using my value here. I'm going here because I can travel from left to right. So atoms to moles, we are going to divide. So the given value 7.53 times 10 to the power 23 divided by the constant 6.02 times 10 to the power 23, or Avogadro's number. That's what it says here. Particles, whatever is given, divide by Avogadro's number, that would be equal to moles. Remember to use the parentheses on the second half for this constant. If you don't do that, calculator will get confused because there is a divide sign and then there is a multiply sign. So don't confuse the calculator. Make sure you put parentheses for the second half. I hope that helped. Question number 5 is moles. It's a divide question. 6 is a divide question. 7 is a divide question. Remember, the constant is the second thing that you type in the calculator. How many moles is a divide question. Number 9, it's again, they're giving you an information. This is your caffeine formula, which is irrelevant. You don't need that information. But the real question is right here. How many total atoms? So atoms is you are going in the direction of particles, and moles is given. So from moles to particles, you are going to multiply. Okay. So any question that says how many moles, you divide. Any question that says how many particles, atoms, molecules, ions, formula units, you multiply. I hope that helps. If there are any more questions, let me know. Good luck. I'm giving you 1 week to turn in this assignment. Bye bye. Oh, by the way, question number 19 right here before I leave is an extra credit question. If you do it, well and good. If not, it won't affect your grades. Bye bye.